If you're on a GLP-1 like Ozempic or Mounjaro, Wegovy, or Zepbound and have hit a weight loss plateau, there's hope, like a lot of hope. Even if you haven't hit a weight loss plateau yet, it's likely you will at some point. I'm going to break down the why, the what, and most importantly, the what now of the dreaded weight loss plateau. Before we get started, a bit of housekeeping. I'm a solo doctor making time between patients to make free content for y'all, but my YouTube stats show that only 14% of y'all are subscribed. If you subscribe, my team and I will make a commitment to you that based on your feedback, I will make the content that you want to see. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, now, if you already know the science behind weight loss plateaus, or maybe just aren't interested to learn that stuff, just go ahead and jump to this part of the video where I give away 7 great tips on how to address it in a science-backed way. Just go ahead and make the jump. It's cool. Jump. And you are still here, so it looks like you didn't make the jump. So that must mean you are like 90% of the folks I see every single day having issues with what many patients call a stall in their weight loss. You probably have no clue why you're stuck on the dreaded weight loss plateau, and like 99% of everyone stuck on a plateau, you are about to lose your demand to know what's happening and need to know how to fix it. Now, doc. Now! 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 Calm down. Don't get so aggressive. I've got 7 science-based tips for you and a bonus 8th tip if you stay to the end of the video. So here we go. So what is a real weight loss plateau? First, let's define weight loss plateaus altogether. You may have had the experience of fast and extremely satisfying weight loss on GLP-1s initially. And for many people, that's partly water loss and from the sheer power of appetite suppression driving a significant calorie deficit when you start the injections, especially if it happens without making changes to your nutrition or daily exercise habits. Then suddenly that easy weight loss stops. Sometimes for weeks. That's a plateau. Super frustrating, I know. On the other hand, if you started a lifestyle change with or without medications like Zepbound or Wegovy and never really lost any real weight to start, unfortunately, that's not a plateau. You simply haven't made enough of the right changes yet to expect any real or significant weight loss. So what you need to do is get back to the basics. There's a reason why real plateaus happen, and there is nothing wrong with the scale or with you for that matter. So,
what's up, Doc?
Well, let me tell you. Thankfully, most real weight loss plateaus can be explained by 3 factors, backed by science and years of observation, and 90% of the time, we can actually get weight loss going again. And that's great news. First, let's talk about how physiology resets. During significant weight loss, your body utilizes hormones from your brain and other important organs, like your intestines, to do something it normally does when your body is stressed or usual conditions change for an extended period, like weeks to months. The body adapts. Unfortunately, in the case of purposeful lifestyle changes, this adaptation is silently working against your grand plan of losing a significant amount of weight. During weight loss, the body begins conserving energy because of the new suppressed appetite and the daily calorie deficits you've created. And this process is attempting to attain homeostasis.
Whoa. Whoa.
The body starts to try to balance things out. And this is defined as conditioning by which living organisms maintain a stable internal environment despite changes in external or forced conditions. And a 2023 review in obesity found that once GLP-1s lead to 10 to 15% body weight loss, most people actually hit a low-level plateau closely afterward. Why? Hormones. Hormones like ghrelin and leptin adjust, causing hunger feeling to creep back and the body defends weight. And if you've never heard of these weird hormones before and what they do, here's a quick review. As we lose weight, greedy ghrelin that guy, go away, slowly builds up and is responsible for increased feelings of hunger. And as leptin levels drop, it actually slows both metabolic rate and energy expenditure. This whole process may be a lot stronger in some people than others, which may explain why some people do need higher doses of GLP-1s to continue to control hunger, decrease food noise, and aid in weight loss. Now, you're probably wondering, why the heck would the body be designed this way, and how do we turn it off?
Wait for it. Here it comes.
First, the why. It's called preservation. The body can sense it's losing significant amount of weight, and the quicker this happens, the more likely you will reach a plateau. The body also has no idea exactly where this is going. Yeah, Dr. G is definitely trying to go to 0 pounds, and we can't let that happen. He's trying to kill us. Not true, but that's what the body thinks. And the body has control to do all of this all by itself. An easy to understand example of the body automatically adapting for self-preservation is how the body regulates temperature. Every person has an internal temperature their body prefers. If it gets too cold, we may begin to shiver to warm up. And if we get too hot, we might actually sweat, or our vessels in the skin dilate to cool off. If these things don't happen automatically and nothing is done, the body may begin to actually malfunction at some point. And the worst case scenario, the body makes a business decision like restricting blood flow to your fingers and toes in the case of frostbite in order to keep more vital organs working. That's a terrible business decision, but I get it. So your weight loss plateau is your body's attempt at saving itself from this big change in calorie deficit you have caused without its permission, and it perceives the whole evil plan of yours as a real threat to life and limb. Sounds dramatic, but that's how the body sees it. And once you understand this concept, plateaus begin to be a little less frustrating, because in the end, it's the way your body is designed to work to keep you alive. Like most self-preserving body functions, like I've mentioned before, this whole adaptive process is regulated without direct input from you, like your heart beating. So it's not like you can turn it off. Not directly, at least. What you can do is influence the process by slowly changing the conditions over time, and that way the body sees these lifestyle changes as much less life-threatening, like, meh, this ain't too bad, we can adjust a little less dramatically to this, we'll be okay. This is pretty cool, right? You're probably watching this like, hell nah, doc, this plateau is not cool at all, and I get it. At least now you know the why. Damn! But don't worry, after you fully understand how this is happening, you'll be ready to easily understand what to do about it. So stick with me, just stay a little bit longer.
Stay with me.
The second concept that you need to understand is the one that involves the weight loss plateau, is what is known as the metabolic slowdown, which is influenced by a few things, but two things most importantly. First is the metabolic thermostat, which refers to the body's natural tendency to regulate its metabolic rate and hunger in response to changes in body weight, particularly body fat. Much like the thermostat you have on the wall at your home, it kicks in based on set levels to keep the environment comfortable. The second important concept regulating metabolic slowdown is the set point, which is our understanding that the body has a set amount of body fat each individual carries, which the body constantly attempts to maintain, and everyone's level is different. This might explain why your girlfriend can eat ice cream and snacks all day, and it seems like she never gains a single pound as a result.
Yummy!
Or your buddy rarely hits the gym and stays lean as ever, even though you pretty much eat the same things and you don't look the same. What? We also know that these two important concepts governing how the body decides to burn or store calories as fat can be influenced by changing body composition gradually over time, which is why I typically favor a slower, more gradual weight loss process than a shorter one, especially if the weight loss goal exceeds more than 50 pounds. Additionally, the focus is on manipulating body composition by increasing or at least maintaining lean muscle mass through solid nutrition, incorporating adequate lean protein and moderate to high levels of appropriate resistance training while operating in a steady caloric deficit, about 300 to 500 kilocalories per day on average. And I actually talk about that approach all the time. So let's connect these concepts back to plateaus specifically. Here is nutrition knowledge you need to understand to jump off any plateau. Daily calorie burn at rest is called basal metabolic rate, or BMR, and can be calculated by inputting your gender, your height, and weight into a calorie calculator. BMR is the amount of calories you need to ingest in one day to maintain your weight right where it is, but without moving a muscle. Just get to lay in bed all day. Don't move.
Bed goes up, bed goes down.
And when you add on the calories you require to complete normal everyday activities, then add some more calories needed to do exercise, that's called total daily energy expenditure, or TDEE. And to lose weight, you need to ingest less calories than your TDEE. Pretty much every day. Honestly, if you're on a weight loss journey, I definitely recommend you understand this concept and calculate both of these numbers at the start and then periodically assess, but especially if you hit a weight loss plateau. Now, most calorie trackers, like two of my favorites, Lose It or MyFitnessPal, have calculators built in. Or you can try my metabolic calculator, which I designed to be more accurate with actual inputs for real daily activities and not just the general numbers like days of the week and how many workouts per day. That never works. And every workout is different, and so is the calorie burn associated with it. I'll go ahead and put the link to my calculator in the description if you want to try it free of charge. Believe it or not, the lower your overall weight, the lower your BMR generally gets for your new weight. This is not only because of less body mass, but something called adaptive thermogenesis kicks in, which further lowers your resting calorie burn on a physiological level. And what I'm saying is, your body gets more efficient at burning calories the more you drop weight. Really efficient. Think of the fuel efficiency of a tiny smart car versus an 18-wheeler. Some studies show a 30-pound drop often lowers basal metabolic rate by 150 to 300 kilocalories a day. What's happening is your BMR is going down, decreasing, which then decreases your total daily energy expenditure. And this is important because if, as you lose significant weight, you continue to keep your daily calorie intake the same and also don't change your weekly calorie burn, the difference between your calories ingested and your TDEE gets smaller and smaller. Your body will find homeostasis sooner and your body will happily keep you at this new plateaued weight. You may even gain weight. Meanwhile, if you don't know what's going on, you're frustrated with the meds. These GLP-1 videos suck, and so do all the people around you doing amazing on GLP-1s, to the point you're about to flip over your smart car. Or worse, give up on this weight loss thing altogether. Again. Hold on a second. Take a woosah break. Woosah. 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 What's the real problem here? Your body essentially closed down your calorie deficit, and you so strategically made this thing together, or not so strategically created, and you actually had a good thing going, but during your oh so satisfying weight loss phase, you didn't realize what's going on.
What's happening?
And now you're standing on this plateau and something has to give. Somehow, you will have to find a way to create or recreate a reasonable calorie deficit. And I hope you are keeping up with this concept, which will unlock your current or next inevitable plateau, and also keep you from totaling your smart car. I'm literally saving you thousands of dollars, not to mention the mind-numbing frustration. Now let's talk about the third and final concept affecting plateaus called behavioral drift. Thankfully, this one really is in physiology, so it's a little easier to understand and you can actually control it a lot easier. but it is also a major reason for plateaus altogether, and I see it all the time. It pops up between months 4 to 6, usually. And after people lose significant amounts of weight, but still aren't quite at goal just yet, they begin eating a bit more as hunger suppression effects of GLP-1s may fade a little bit. And they also feel really happy with their results so far, and they assume they deserve treats more often and think it's safer to restart old behaviors, thinking they can figure it out before they gain too much weight. Meaning, people are people and we do what we do. We relax too early, and for the most part, the average person has never been taught why their weight is what it is or how to change it.
Oh no!
Most folks, including some people who have already lost a lot of weight, using the GLP-1s even, simply have never been taught how maintaining a long-term healthy lifestyle is the best way to lose weight and keeping it off. Keeping it off requires consistency and commitment to the required lifestyle changes. Don't get me wrong, you can and absolutely should find a way to enjoy the new health benefits and freedoms your lifestyle change has afforded you, but it cannot be at the expense of the new healthy habits you formed or are still forming. Practicing the 80-20 rule might help. 80% of the time, you're on point. You're on reservation with all of your lifestyle changes and with the 5 pillars. And 20% of the time, you can relax, but with strict moderation. The 20% has to remain the exception and not the rule. This new body and hopefully improved health you've earned through your hard work needs to be maintained, and that means continuing most, if not all, of the healthy habits that got you there. And if you don't want to yo-yo again, before you get started with all of this, you will need to understand that this is a lifestyle change and not a temporary thing. This is where you'll need to police yourself or get your community to help. With all that being said, weight loss plateaus are 100% normal. It's 100% expected at some point during your weight loss journey and absolutely fixable. So maybe your scale has been flat for a couple days. Don't panic. That actually happens all the time. And for so many people, weight loss happens every 3 to 4 days. So be patient and continue to monitor. First, let's check for subtle clues before you start looking to make plateau-busting changes.
Yes, I agree.
Some early signs of a plateau. Are your clothes not getting looser all of a sudden? Or your energy getting a bit drained? Or going down suddenly? Or you feel less hunger but more cravings? Or slight weight regain after just small meals or cheats? That's another sign. And if it's been 4 to 6 weeks,
4 to 6 weeks later,
with no scale movement, and these signs are there, you're most likely plateauing. Pretty much 100%. No shame, just insight and data you can use to make an adjustment. Now, let's talk strategy and how I help my clients bust through plateaus. Let's analyze and adjust nutrition. Number 1, reestablish a calorie deficit. Use a tracking app and my metabolic calculator for about 2 to 4 weeks. Shoot for a moderate deficit, anywhere between 300 to 500 kilocalories a day. I never recommend dropping your daily calorie intake to less than 1,200 or 1,500 kilocalories a day. If any calculator comes up with a number lower than that, including mine, then you will need to increase your calorie burn by moving your body more instead, meaning increase your TDEE. That's the first step. Number 2, pull back on ultra-processed foods. GLP-1s curb appetite, but palatable foods can still sneak in calories. Do an inventory of what you are regularly eating. Make sure to swap to whole grains when you can. Maximize lean protein, increase veggies if you haven't already done so. Let's take a quick second to talk about something people ask me all the time. Dr. G, do I really need to go through a dozen doctor's visits and jump through hoops just to try a GLP-1 medication and improve my chances of finally losing weight? The short answer? Nah, not if you do it right. Mochi Health is making evidence-based obesity treatment easier to access for so many patients, making them one of the best ways out there, all without sketchy compounding pharmacies, multi-level marketing vibes, or just trust me, bro, medicine. This is why I love what they are doing right now with weight loss medications and online support. They've got licensed clinicians who actually know what they're doing, and they help you navigate insurance or cash pay options with transparency. If you're ready to stop guessing and start treating your increased weight like the chronic medical condition it is, use my link below and check out Mochi Health. I'm sure you'll find the Mochi Health platform easy to use and their support helpful. So after you've watched all of my videos on GLP-1s, Mochi Health might just be the missing piece you've been looking for. Oh yeah, when you use my link, you'll get $40 off the first month. So give them a try today and get your GLP-1 meds the right way. Number 3, high volume, low calorie eating. Think soups, bone broth, salads, fibrous, colorful veggies, and all work great with GLP-1s at appetite reduction. And step number 4, remember to optimize hydration. Appropriate hydration enhances calorie burning, especially during exercise, and is crucial for optimal physical performance during your workouts. So you can get more calories out of your efforts. Staying hydrated can help reduce fatigue, improving endurance, and allowing you to exercise longer and therefore burn more calories. Adequate water intake ensures your body functions properly during exercise, supporting fat burning and weight loss. Try to get half of your body weight in water on a daily basis. That's pounds to ounces. If you are more comfortable measuring kilograms, it's 1 ounce of water for each kilogram you weigh. Now, you may need more depending on the climate you live in and how much you sweat when you're moving around and getting all those exercises and that TDEE up. No question, cardio is great, but at a plateau, the metabolic slowdown usually overrides the calorie burn concept. So here's your next move. Step number 5, try incorporating more strength training at least 2 to 3 times per week if you haven't done so already. This can help preserve muscle and boost your metabolism at rest by increasing your basal metabolic rate, or your BMR. Number 6, you can experiment with interval training. You should. Mixing short bursts of moderate to vigorous effort with longer periods of rest or less vigorous activities in between has been proven to prompt hormonal responses that burn body fat while sparing muscle. This is extra important on GLP-1s. And tip number 7, up your NEAT. NEAT is non-exercise activity of thermogenesis, basically burning calories doing everyday things outside of exercise. Do things like park your car further from the store to walk a few more steps, stretching multiple times a day, pacing while you're on a phone call, standing when you can, whenever you can, at the desk. I gotta stand at this right here. And take the stairs if possible, when possible. These and other tiny moves add up on a daily basis and help offset your reduced metabolic rate. Now it's bonus time. You stuck around and you deserve it. Let's key in on what I call my 5 pillars to a healthy lifestyle. Beyond nutrition and exercise, I always coach my clients to do what most people don't do to get the results most people don't get.
What?
And that means the 5 pillars are those things. We've already covered the first 2, really, nutrition knowledge and exercise excellence and the tips above. But next up is sleep hygiene. That's pillar number 3. Aim for 7 to 8 hours daily. Sleep deprivation acts like an internal stressor and raises greedy ghrelin and lowers leptin while wrecking your metabolism overall by promoting inflammation. Pillar number 4 is stress management. Studies show chronic stress triggers cortisol. While it doesn't appear to cause weight gain directly all by itself, we do know cortisol is connected to weight retention, making it harder to lose weight when cortisol levels are high or cortisol is constantly present, like when we are stressed. Not to mention, stress is a common direct trigger to making poor nutrition choices. Use mindfulness, breathing, nature walks, whatever helps you decompress and disconnect from your known stressors as much as possible is highly, highly recommended. And pillar number 5 is mental health and emotional status awareness. Comes in at number 5, but it is not the least of them all, and happens to be one of the most neglected aspects of a healthy lifestyle overhaul. Where we stand emotionally and mentally can directly affect your progress towards your goals, as the tendency is to not engage in the new healthy lifestyle you've created for yourself. No one wants to do these things when not feeling well emotionally or mentally.
Yes, I agree.
Remember to check in with yourself and get help whenever you feel your emotional or mental status isn't up to par. Now, look, this is probably the first step I hear from my clients when they come in, as soon as they come on the plateau. But I'm saying it's the last one. After doing all these things I've mentioned, and you are still standing on a plateau, at some point you may want to consult with your provider about adjusting your GLP-1 dose. For example, up titration. Anywhere going from like 1 milligram to 2 milligrams of semaglutide has been shown in clinical trials to generate further weight loss. Pretty much with all the GLP-1s, but you don't have to do that unless you're otherwise optimized. So don't skip optimization of nutrition, your exercise, sleep, stress management, and mental health check-ins, and expect a change in GLP-1 dose change to actually fix any of those. The medications can't fix your lifestyle. The medications help you make better decisions.
I agree.
And here's a real world example of one of my patients here in the office. For the sake of, keeping everything private, let's call her Sarah. And Sarah reached out to my office after initially losing about 25 pounds in 5 months on Mounjaro, then hit 0 for 6 weeks with another provider. And I recommended she begin to start tracking her meals for 2 weeks. She started logging in MyFitnessPal, and we noticed she was having 2 low-calorie snacks episodes daily, and the snacks were about 200 kilocalories each. We traded those in for Greek yogurt and fruit and added 2 30-minute strength workouts weekly. I invited her to join my online lifestyle modification group, which she accepted, and she dropped another 15 pounds over the next 12 weeks. Well, no medication changes, just the basics well executed. So let's wrap up. Number 1, weight loss plateaus are common after 4 to 5 weeks or more, but expect to see one by 4 to 6 months. It has to happen. And plateaus happen because your hormones and metabolism adapt and your body becomes more efficient at calorie burning as self-preservation measures, which is actually what we want from the beginning. Really? You're looking for a plateau, it's called your weight goal. A more efficient metabolism is really what you're looking for, right? Number 3, to break out of a plateau, if you aren't tracking, start optimizing the 5 pillars. Tighten up your nutrition, strength training, make sure to get sufficient sleep, manage stress, and monitor emotions and mental health. And number 4, medication dosing increase is the last button to push. You may not know, but I absolutely encourage celebrating plateaus. Not that you didn't see the thumbnail, but because it usually means your metabolism is getting more efficient. Plus, your body is actually concerned you are losing too much weight. Woohoo! Finally. And I made you wait this whole video on purpose, but I know why you are really here. So let's celebrate. Yeah! There it is. Bonus tip time. Stay accountable. There are multiple studies showing community support groups, online or in person, are highly effective at keeping weight off for longer and with or without medication. Try to find a like-minded community to share your stats, questions, or progress with. Community and coaching works because it keeps you honest and offers you information and insights you probably haven't thought about, while motivating members to keep the lifestyle changes going longer than individuals seem to be able to all by themselves. If you're a female between the ages of 35 and 75 years old and you're looking for a group for accountability or to make real lifestyle changes, or just need reliable access to more sensible GLP-1 information, grab my free 14-day bootcamp. It's packed with meal plans and daily tips. The link is in the description below. That was a long one, but you got through it, and I'm telling you, your next plateau doesn't stand a chance. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you soon.